If you don't have money, or can you still pull it off?
See, when I ain't had no money, I still had sauce. Mm-hmm. See, if you don't got no sauce, then you're lost. Mm-hmm. But you can also get lost in the sauce.
You can get how you get lost in the sauce?
Man, a bitch gonna get lost in the sauce, man. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying, man.
I'm sprinkling the sauce, dropping sauce every street, man.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I dig it.
Overdose of sauce.
That's what it is.
No meat, just sauce.
When you're born, can you be born with sauce, or do you acquire sauce?
No, you can't born with sauce.
You get sauce. You get sauce from.
How you gonna be born with seasoning? You gotta get seasoned. I wasn't born without this sauce.
Hell yeah.
I had to acquire this sauce.
We're gonna get this place hot and clammy. Just like the McBoyles like it. The whole family's here.
What is that a jar of? What is that a jar of, dude? What is that? Whoa, Jesus!
Hey, man.
We cannot have the McPoyle brothers in here creeping everybody out, bro. They bang each other.
Yeah.
Margaret, what are you doing here? Is that like a sexual thing? All right, let's do this.
She's still expecting a call.
That's not gonna happen, so just move past it, all right?
You will call her!
How many can there possibly be? Oh, good to see her again. Good. She doesn't know what I'm saying, right? Okay.
What is that, a fight?
Where's your brother, dude?
We just stepped out of the shower. He'll be down in a minute.
All right, listen, you guys can't go. Did you just say we?
Hello, Charlie.
Hello, Ryan.
You think I'm bluffing?
I think you're bluffing.
You think I'm bluffing?
I think you're bluffing.
Then bluff this! Ryan, stab somebody!
McBoyle bloodline's been pure and clean for 1,000 years. This marriage is an abomination.
Now, when you say pure and clean, you mean what exactly?
It means we haven't bred outside the bloodline.
For 1,000 years?
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
My client is odd. You might even refer to his family as very creepy.
Now, there was another member of the McPoyle family clan at the wedding the night of the incident. A one Mr. Royal McPoyle, a bird. Look into the gallery and you will see Royal's victims. It took Margaret's vocal cords in 1999, leaving her mute. Keith McPoyle lost his eyes and his ears to it in 76. Fly, my pet! Fly!
Later, bitches.
Oh shit, I'm gonna be sick.
Go, do it. Oh, feel it. Let it out.
Let's just get out of here.
Don't flush.
Talking like a gremlin, hypersonic lady. Out of Iran, out of Iran. Walls are coming down, beat it to Candace Owens. Too much Iran, too much Iran. Miriam Francoise makes me feel like a BBI. No Mongolian, Chinese Greta Wall, Thunberg, 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 Thunberg. Mongolian, Chinese Greta Wall, Thunberg. Walls are coming down, beat it to Candace Owens. Too much Iran, too much Iran. They don't stink the whole place. The genociders, diapers in the bunkers. No Mongolian, Chinese, Greta Wall, Thunberg, 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 Thunberg. No Mongolian, Chinese, Greta Wall, Thunberg, 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 Thunberg. Whoa, Francesca Albanese, you know she's calling 'cause she's not at Albania. Two, Candace Owens, you'll have to defeat Owen Jones. Three, Kaufman on the Ono, he's waking up to hypersonic goals. Get under the bunker, get under the bunker. And no four pandas in the bunker. Hypersonic booms, we gooning. Hypersonic booms, we gooning. Hypersonic booms, we gooning. Yahoo! Hypersonic booms, we gooning. 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 Hypersonic booms, we
Well, you're just talking like a Mongoloid.
I don't give a fuck. I am a Mongoloid. In my heart, I'm a Mongoloid. That is what I am. We are a horde. That is what we are. Yes, we are that. We are 100% that.
That's not something to be proud of.
It is something to be proud of, because the Mongols are the ones who created civilization. And you created nothing but barbarism. You're the fucking barbarians. You destroyed the treasures of mankind. The Mongols only united it. What the fuck do you know about civilization? What the fuck do you know about pride? What the fuck do you have to be proud of? Except looting, genociding, and destroying the cultures and peoples and wealth of this world. What the fuck do you know, Cans Cuck?
Well, you're the one here chimping out, so...
I am chipping out, bitch, because I'm a fucking human being. And you're a little soy boy cuck, little bitch. You don't know who the fuck I am.
No, I see you. I think you're a Mongoloid. That's what you...
I am a Mongoloid, you're right. It is what I am, and I'm proud of being that.
Well, it's an anthropological term. It doesn't actually
Okay,
mean Mongol.
oh, so what's your fucking point? You ugly, disgusting, fucking ugly, disgusting, fucking barbarian, smelly piece of shit. You wanna talk racism? I can be way more racist than you, Angloid. What fucking civilizations did Angloids ever fucking have? It needed the Romans to fuck all of you in your ass to give you any civilization. You never had any of your own. You wanna be racist? I could be way more racist. You wanna talk shit about Asians? What the fuck do you have on Asia, huh?
I have nothing on it.
You have nothing, cause you're a Can's cuck, bitch.
Okay, people. Back again with another one bong kakat. Dreams. What's good, people? How's the mic? Yeah. What's good, people? What's good? Too old for the witch? Yeah, what's good, Auntie Tati? Wait, what topic? What topic? What's good, Kate from Da? What is this timing? What's good, Elia Very? Yeah, you came at the beginning now. Because I haven't been able to stream at night because of work, I guess. So this is kind of like lunchtime when I have some time in between work, in between desk work, you get me, right? So yeah. I just been sleeping a lot at night, so that would be the usual time for me. But yeah, let me just check my vocals. I need to check my mic. Should I make it a bit louder? Louder. Maybe by a bit. Check. All right, okay. Oh, Rohingya. Yeah. So we're gonna talk about some Peter Thiel fuckery, some Epstein Island smelling fuckery, and I'm gonna talk about the Rohingyans. Not a lot of people talk about the Rohingyans. They've been facing a genocide for like a long time, right? And I'm gonna show you some disturbing videos. Not about the Rohingyans being genocided, but about how we treat them over here. There's some psyops going on in my country. So when the Rohingyans they get genocided, they get displaced, they would sail to the Southeast Asian countries. But we treat them like shit. So I'm gonna talk about that. I might talk about Iran in the World Cup being mistreated also. And some other stuff. I haven't been able to keep up with news, so maybe I need to get clued up, right? What's good, Dimu Borgir? Oh, I guess it's night over here. So big up yourself. Have a good sleep. Da. Yeah, so yeah, whoever's inside, big up the chat. We can start, I guess. So we start with Peter Thiel. Right? 11:30 p.m. California. Oh, so you too, Kate. Yeah, the North Americans, it's time to sleep. Right? Over here it's like 2 p.m., 3 p.m. So yeah. Let's start with some Peter Thiel shit. Right? So I don't know if you guys heard. Paul, this is my crackhead hours. What you mean? Wait, are you the unk that be injecting cocaine in your penile situations? Bro. Nah. Let me pull up the Peter Thiel shit. This shit is fucked up, people. Let me see if I have it on decky. It's right, let me see if I have it on decky. This is recent news, I think. Just happened recently. So I think it was released in Novara. Okay. Oh no, Wyatt. Wyatt released Wyatt released an article, right? Too old for the witch. I mod in a midnight stream out here. Wait, you're a modder? Okay, maybe I should make you a mod, but I'll do it later. Cause so this is what happened with the Palantir shit, right? So basically, they have some kind of super secret society, and a bunch of hackers found out about it, and they got a name list, right? It says here, world elites are set to discuss prepping for World War III and how to build a cult. What? Let me read this shit. So a secret society of the world's elites, co-founded by spyware billionaire Peter Thiel, has been exposed by hacktivists. It's called Dialogue, is a private, invitation-only network. Co-founded in 2006 by Palantir chairman Thiel and data entrepreneur Oren Hoffman. The organization holds off-the-record summits for powerful figures from the worlds of politics, finance, military, celebrity, and tech. Frequently compared to the Bilderberg Group and World Economic Forum, Dialogue is what it's called. It sounds like something out of a... Bro, it sounds like something out of a horror movie. On like Shudder, right? Cutter. They spent 2 decades refusing to disclose the identity of its members and has a private website. However, a directory in the website's code was revealed by Swiss activist Maya Arsen Kremiu, who previously leaked the U.S. government's no-fly list and hacked surveillance camera company Verkada. Wyatt reported. So Wyatt did the reporting. The directory included participant profiles for those planning to attend the group summits, featuring contact information, facts about themselves, and even if they were looking for love at dialogue events. What? What's good a man do? The cult shit is the stupidest thing. It's evil and also just a big frat party. That's how it starts. That's how all this shit is, literally. Profiles include Texas Senator Ted Cruz, U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, Chief Economist at Israel Finance Ministry of Shmuel Abramazon, and a number of Google and Google DeepMind execs. Other names from the world of entertainment include Hollywood actors Joseph Gordon-Levitt, what, this guy? This guy and Josh Brolin, podcast host and author Sam Harris, Zayo, and tech entrepreneur and longevity obsessive Brian Johnson, Straight Arrow News reporter. In many cases, it isn't known if those names are full members, conference participants, or merely guests of the organizations. Wired reported that a separate source revealed details of an upcoming dialogue retreat at that venue outside Dublin, Ireland. The retreat, due to be held 12 to 16 August this year, is set to host NATO's top U.S. commander Alexis Grinkowicz, as well as multiple officials from the Trump administration, 2 U.S. senators, a former Middle East chief of intelligence and sitting ambassador to the United States. Also present will be 6 members of the so-called PayPal Mafia, and a number of those running the U.S. most prominent surveillance and data firms. The conference is said to feature sessions titled Navigating World War III. Navigating World War III? What you mean? Battlefield technologies, money does buy happiness. What the fuck is this shit, bro? Sounds like a scam too. Bring back nuclear. What do you mean bring back nuclear? And build a cult. How to build a cult. Holy shit. The latter of which will be moderated by the founder of Christian networking site Pray.com. Holy fuck. This also could just be a scam. Like or it could be something extremely devious and it could be signaling what's to come. Bro, what's good, bro? Professor Oak. MAGA version of Bohemian Grove. I don't know if it's even MAGA. I think it's just some white people shit. And it sounds creepy as hell. Right? Oh man, dude, they are just selling their shitty drone tech and dressing up as being at the center of where the future is made. Yeah, it's always some kind of pyramid scheme, some kind of scam, right? Retreats is also like, you know, governments, right? Government retreats is also how they spend money. They waste money because they always have a budget. You know, like governments, they always have a budget, and retreat is how they spend that money. But that's government. This is corporate, I'm guessing. Palantir, right? And Palantir is creepy as hell. So, but at the same, it could be something extremely devious and extremely Illuminati-ish, or it could just be a scam. It could just be a scam to sell to celebrities and personalities some fuck ass courses, like, you get me? Navigating World War III, like money does buy happiness. What the fuck is this shit, bro? Yeah, it could be a self-help scam. That's how people make money. Bilderberg Group ran Bohemian Grove, Antitati. And this is more like a tech bro kind of Bohemian Grove, right? Like, yeah. But the fact that it's supposed to be secret is creepy as hell. Wait, who's this? Who's this? How to build a cult. World War III. That's the alarming part, that these billionaires are talking about World War III. Like, what do you know? right? Also, World War III already started. Probably, it probably already started. Like, it's just not in the way that we expect it to be. Not as aggressive. It's probably not as aggressive as we probably expect it to be, because a lot of countries have, we learn from the past, and a lot of countries have. Too old for the witch. We are all the way up to World War VI, 7. Okay, you got me. Tati, is this connected to the Albanian island? I don't know if it's connected. Okay, that one is more. That one. Wait, who was? I forgot who was involved in that one. Definitely a bunch of Zios. I think Melania Trump was involved, right? Wait, Melania Trump was involved in that one, right? If I'm not mistaken. A man, dude, that's one of the hackers. Oh, okay. So they are not anonymous. They got a face. Let me see if there's something more to this. Right? Let me just check out the article. Let me check out what this means. Ah, fuck. There's a pay. there's a paywall. Oh, Ivanka Trump. My bad. Who is Melania Trump? Ivanka Trumpito. Cult building and sex. What? There's panels on cult building and sex to prepping for World War III. Dialogue sounds like one of those dystopian groups, like shady dystopian groups in like a horror movie on Shudder. Right? That's what it sounds like. What's good, Ray? What's good, what's good, W. Ray? This is not Ray, this is W. Ray. Okay? Too old for the witch. The war on global south could be considered. Yeah. World War III, if has already started. It's just a lot of countries don't want to get openly involved because we're tired of this shit, people. It's kind of like you meet an old, like, I had a friend who, used to deal drugs or whatever, and you meet him and it's like, yo, are you still in a gang? And he's like, nah, come on, bro. What? The guy was sighing, like, come on, bro. I want to start a family, Yeah, I want to make money. Like, people are just tired, people, of just fighting all the time, of just killing people all the time. People want to move on. People want to progress. A lot of countries want to progress. A lot of Asian countries just want to develop, right? And then we got these young Cubians who keep telling us to buy more weapons, buy more weapons, buy more weapons. Holy fuck. Our people are still starving, still trying to make ends meet, still just about making minimum wage, and you want us to buy weapons. Really? Man, dude, there's another group like this called hackers from older Silicon Valley money. Invite only. Gotti. Right, okay. But yeah, we'll keep up on. I'll try to keep updated on this shit. Okay, so these are some of the names that probably wasn't mentioned in the article. Peter Thiel, Elon Musk is invited. Okay, a trillionaire. Tulsi Gabbard. I actually don't know who that is. Tulsi Gabbard. I always see the name. Jared Kushner, Reid Hoffman, Jonathan Greenblatt, Larry Summers, Cory Booker, Sam Harris. I know Sam Harris is a Zio. Wait, what? Jeffrey Epstein was reportedly interested in this group at some point. Holy fuck. Wait, what? Dublin, really?
For their propaganda. Why is everybody not talking about this immediately?
I'm talking about it.
Let's just go through a couple of the greatest hits. We have self-proclaimed health guru Peter Attia. We have Scott Bessent, the Secretary, U.S. Treasury. Sarah Bond, the president of Xbox at Microsoft. Mike Cannon-Brooks, the co-founder and co-CEO of Atlassian. Michael Bronstein, chief product officer of Roblox. Bob Cialdini, the author of the book Influence, very well-known book. We have the co-founder and chairman of Intuit, co-founder and COO of Oklo, executive chairman of LinkedIn, that's of course Reid Hoffman. Sam Harris, Joseph Gordon-Levitt somehow got an invite. We got Tim Ferriss.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt is wow. What's good, Merkenitos? Too old for the witch. Weird pedophiles and groomers and snoopers and peepers. Exactly.
For their propaganda wing. Ted Cruz, of course, is in the club. He's a good, obedient little senator. Looky there. There's our fraud, Brian Johnson. Brian Johnson is in there, ladies and gentlemen. Jared Kushner, of course, gets an invite. Neil Mohan, the CEO of YouTube, which is why this video is going to be extremely suppressed.
Yo, the CEO of fucking YouTube.
They do not want us talking about this. Elon Musk is, of course, a member. Fraudster Chamath is in there. That's, again, part of the propaganda wing with the All In podcast. Daniel Pink, part of the propaganda wing. Steven Pinker, propaganda wing. Eric Schmidt, who, if you're starting to doubt this list, just gave a graduation speech at University of Arizona. We reported on that here, where all of these students booed him every time he mentioned how AI is the new way of doing things, pushing one of their initiatives. Kim Scott, propaganda wing, author of Radical Candor. Whoa. Hold up. I got one more name that didn't make a lot of the articles going out about this today, and that name's a little contentious, which is why people aren't talking about it. Jeffrey Epstein was emailing about Dialogue back in 2014. It looks like a couple of folks in his circle were invited to Dialogue 2014. They asked him, is this worthwhile?
That's the one.
He replies, Sundance is nice. Go. And then also says, so let me understand, you're suggesting tourism. So we don't know if he went, if he was invited. It looks like a couple of people in his orbit were invited.
Yeah, not Island, no. Something diabolical is coming. I'm just reading the replies. Ray, interesting stuff. Creepy ass stuff. Amanda, this is why American leaders are all stupid. All the stupid, successful people spend too much time with each other. It's some inbred shit. It's some inbred cult shit. It's some cracker shit. Peter Thiel, the reptile. It's some crazy cracker shit, people. Right? That you see in movies. It's real, people. Okay. Okay, we're done with this because this just came out. You get me? Just yesterday. I mean today probably for me. But yeah, we just need to see the any updates on this. But it just seems creepy and dystopian. It's some cracker shit. Right? So yeah, we're done with this for now. Right. Choco, Milo, brownies. What do you think about American empire? Do you think the good outweigh the bad? What does 200 years of West lead world impact the global South? The good does not outweigh the bad. It's just bad. The American empire is bad. The European empire generally is bad. Okay? We could do without Europeans in general. The European empire. Right? Without do you know the amount of progress we could have without the European capitalists? You don't understand. We could have a cure for multiple cancers, cure for a vaccine for diabetes. We could have vaccines for everything. The amount of progress we could make without these capitalists, right, from Europe is insurmountable. Okay? But at the same time, without capitalism, there wouldn't be there wouldn't be the counterforce, right? Right? So the best, if we were to go retrospect, in my opinion, if we could do some retrospective, right? What do you call it? POV, point of view. If at the point of conflict between capitalists and anti-capitalists, the anti-capitalists are able to sustain what they built, and if that becomes an alternate universe, we will be flying high right now as a species. Okay, we will be flying high. We would have multiple cures and vaccines, multiple preventions in medicine. Even we could have housing for everyone. We could have, we could eradicate poverty. We could eradicate poverty, and we could look forward to maybe space travel. Maybe forget space travel. What about ocean? What about exploring the earth itself? This is how we could be without these capitalists. Okay, so to me, there's no good outweighing the bad. It's all bad. Okay, the West is not civilized. Okay, remember the West burnt books. The West burned books from the golden era of multiple civilization. They just keep burning and burning. They want to keep you in a state of inbredity, in a state of barbarity. They want to keep you in a state of barbarity so that they can squeeze you. This is what the West does, people, because they are not a civilization. They are barbarians, right? They are holding us down, okay? Right? The West are not inventors. They are manipulators, okay? And then they force their ideals onto you, right? They force racism, right? You get me? A lot to say about this, but I'm not well read. So I feel like if you want to know more about this, just fucking read. Choco Milo, do you think China has what it takes? China does not want to topple no one. China just wants to coexist. China. Asians generally just want to coexist. They want to develop. They want to eradicate poverty. That's what China wants to do. They want to eradicate poverty. They want to house their people. They want, they want to make your lives better. They want to give everyone access to everything. They don't want to gatekeep. And China has been doing this for centuries. They don't want to gatekeep anything. And not just China. Any country you can think of, especially an Asian country. Any country you can think of. Even Latin American countries, some Latin American countries such as Cuba, they want to give everyone access. African countries such as Libya. Asian countries, multiple Asian countries, they just want to develop humanity, develop us as human beings. That's what they want to do, okay? They don't want to gatekeep anything. However, the capitalists want to gatekeep everything because they want to squeeze every inch of resources and profit from you. That's how it works. They believe that this is the only way. There's no other way. Or they don't believe it. They want you to believe it so that you see nothing else. This is the way. Right? A man, dude, literally they said this out loud in apartheid South Africa. Exactly. Give me a minute. I'm just typing out some stuff. Choco Milo. But by the way, where you from? Too old for the witch. Without capitalism, things will be cheaper and people will be happier. Exactly. Capitalism comes. I could talk about this for hours. Okay, capitalism, because I live in a capitalist country. Well, a social democracy vibe country. Right? Where we're kind of we're almost social democracy, if I'm being honest. Right? We pretend as if we need to be like the Nordic model. We need to do the Nordic model. We already have the Nordic model. Like probably even a better version of it. It's just that we're a developing country, so we can't do a lot. We don't have a lot of countries we can exploit, like the Europeans. The Europeans can just give a lot of welfare because they exploit a lot of other countries, so they have the resources. We don't have that. At best, we might exploit one or two countries, right? Or ourselves. And we're still under the jurisdiction of the empire. The empire tells us, you got to spend on this. You got to pay us this, right? We're still under Chocomilo, the West indeed powerful and now playing into pawn mode using Taiwan, Philippines, and Japan to contain China. Yes, proxies. Singapore to contain my country, to contain Southeast Asia. They use Singapore to contain Southeast Asia. When they were destroying Vietnam, Laos, who do you think were helping them? And some of us also in different situations have helped the empire. Choco Milo, there is viral post. Are you Chinese? You sound Chinese. There is viral post in China. The Chinese is saying that China is mirror. American accused China of warmongering. China is not. China is the most passive superpower. Like, China is so passive for a superpower. They don't even have foreign military bases, right? Yes, they do bully certain Southeast Asians at sea, but by spraying water, what? They are not very aggressive. Oh, you are Indonesian. Living as exploited worker. Oh, okay. Big up. Indonesia. I'm Malaysian. The West media trying to, that's what they tell us. They want us to, you're Indonesian. You know this. You're Indonesian. You know how they make you kill the Chinese. Millions of Chinese people has been killed in Indonesia, murdered, mass murdered, genocided because the West has influenced Indonesia to kill the communists. And communists, and the way they do this is also to incite racism against the Chinese. And this ends up in genocide, which people generally don't speak about it. China has one base. Yeah, exactly. And the empire, the U.S. itself has 800 plus bases, right? So, and forget, and we haven't counted their proxy bases, because even Australia has bases. Even Australia has bases. The UK has bases. If we count the whole empire, it might be 1,000 bases, foreign bases. How does this make any sense? Paul, when has China? Yeah, China just want to coexist. Like, imagine China being that large country in Asia, but they don't really colonize you. Japan will colonize you, right? China doesn't. In fact, Japan try to in fact, Japan committed genocide on the Chinese. And yeah, as an Indonesian and me as a Malaysian, we understand this propaganda. We are propagandized to hate the Chinese. Even though we're both Asian, even though the Chinese don't really want to start shit with us, a lot of the Chinese came to help build, because a lot of them are poor. A lot of the major population of the Chinese people, even to this day, that come here, they come here either as miners. There are a few Chinese capitalists, I'm not going to deny that, but most of them are miners, laborers, builders. Even to this day, there are Chinese builders because the Chinese people, they have this behavior where they are known to be, they work hard and then they they just want to coexist. The Chinese are known for this. This is anecdotal, of course. This is anecdotal because I live in Malaysia, and there are Chinese builders who come to Malaysia. They are known for being. They don't really. How do I say this? They work and then they go home. They just keep to themselves. They don't disturb the local population. They just want to coexist, right? They just want to be. They just want to do the work and then they want to smoke cigarettes. Like, that's about it. They are very simple, It's quite simple for them. Choco Milo, recently American, once Indonesians. Yeah, definitely. Definitely they want you to do this. But now Indonesia, we need to wake the fuck up. We are Asians. Right? Now we have Russia, we have China. We can create our own. Russia is pivoting to Asia. Right? We can create our own power. Right? A man, dude, Cuba is a communist country and US still has a huge base and exactly. Naim, if we see the Chinese in Malaysia, no, this is wrong. This is wrong. The Chinese are not a monolith. Yes, there are Chinese who are pro-West, but not really. It's not the majority. Right? It's not the Chinese. You see, this is how propaganda is. I'm going to show you this. This is how propagandized Malaysians are. It's not the Chinese that do the propaganda. It's the British. It's the Europeans. It's the Americans. Wake the fuck up. China has never colonized Malaysia. Never. China mostly came here to build the country, to help build the country. Same with Indians. Same with Bangladeshis. Similar to Nepalese. Right? And Indonesians. Okay? The propaganda comes from the West. The West has 1,000 military bases, foreign military bases. They have multiple proxies. And yes, there are Chinese people who are pro-West. There are Malay people who are pro-West. There are brown people who are pro-West. When the British colonized Malaysia, who worked with them? The Malays. There are Malay Barwas. Barwa tak kira warna kulit, okay? What I said is Barwa has nothing to do with skin color. Barwa means a collaborator. There's brown Barwa, there's yellow. Okay, there's no yellow. Yellow is not skin. There's fair skin Barwa, there's dark skin Barwa. Barwa tak kenal warna kulit. Okay? Yes, there are Chinese who are collaborators. Yes, there are Malays, brown people who are collaborators. Yes, there are Indians who are collaborators. But we are not a monolith. Asians are not a monolith. But then there are Asians who are not pro-West. Right? So we need to wake the fuck up. Yeah, not just the Chinese, Naim. So us too. The Malays too. They are who let the British in? Not the Chinese. Who let the British in? It was the I don't want to say it, but it was the monarchy. Who gets married to the British, to the Europeans? Who looks like fucking Europeans? The monarchies. The fucking Malays. So yeah. But I can't go further with this train of thought. I don't want to get locked up, okay? I don't want to get locked up. So here is where I want to pivot to the Rohingyans, okay? Let me talk about the Rohingyans now. Choco Milo, even now, if you say look, Choco Milo, I understand this perfectly because, yeah, we are the same. Indonesia, Malaysia, same ass people. We have this hatred towards the communists because of the word, right? Paul, y'all still got kings and shit? Holy shit, you don't understand, Paul. We have, 9 kings? And then they circulate. Imagine how crazy this is. We have I don't know how many kings. Let me just Google it, okay? How many sultans do Malaysia have? 9. Holy shit, how did I get that right? We have 9 monarchies. Not sultans. We have 9 monarchies. With their lords and their you get me. The sultan, we got the princes, the crown princes, and then the lords and the whatever the fuck. We have 9 of those. We have 9 monarchies. And then they circulate. Imagine how much money we waste on this symbolic shit. That should be, you get me? I can't say too much, okay? I could get locked up. This is why I'm a cat. Okay. This is why exactly the right. Gotta be careful. This is why I'm a cat. It's chaos in Malaysia. Like, I'll be real. Fucking chaos. It's un-Islamic, by the way. Monarchy is not an Islamic system. We are supposed to be a Muslim country, but monarchy is not an Islamic system. The Islamic system is the caliphate. The caliphate of the people. right? The caliphate of the people. Anybody can become a Khalifa. Anybody can become a Khalifa. Of course, the caliphate system itself was corrupted after the death of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But by right, anybody can become a Khalifa. It doesn't matter what family you're from. It doesn't matter who you are. Anybody can become a leader. Okay? There's no such thing as you being born into a certain class of leaders. That's not the Islamic way. Islam is about equality. Okay? And that's where Islam is more similar to communism than everything else. Like communism is the natural path from Islam to a form of, it's like a firmware update. Choco Milo, I have bad news for you. Okay, I just hope this won't happen. I hope Asia, because look, even right now is the ASEAN Russia convention, not convention, it's the summit, right? I hope Asia can unite. I hope Asia can unite. And if we unite, we can defeat all the proxies. We can defeat Japan. We can defeat South Korea. We can defeat Singapore. We can defeat Australia. We're stronger than those. Combined, we are stronger than those people. And if Africa can, I know Latin America is going to show up and, you know, be about that life, be about it. I know, what else? I know Africa might show up and help us. You know, we're stronger as a unit if we can unite. Anyway, I probably have to talk about the Rohingyans now. Wait, who's your current president? Isn't it Prabowo? Okay, I'm gonna talk about. Let me find the Rohingyan shit. Oh man. I need to find the Rohingya video. It's kind of crazy. Oh, this is it. Holy shit. It's crazy, people. Let me talk about the Rohingyans. So yeah, let me just get you know. Let me just reset myself, and we can talk about the Rohingyans. Right? Let me just reset a little bit. You get me? Okay, let's talk about Rohingya. Let's talk about Rohingya. Choco Milo, what about Rohingya? I'm going to talk about it. Don't worry about it. Just give me a minute. So, but there's been some stuff happening in my country involving Rohingyans. There's some disturbing shit happening in my country about Rohingya. Okay? But let me start talking about my country. Okay? So basically Malaysia, right? When people, especially Muslims or Westerners, they come Malaysia, they visit, they generally go, oh, Malaysians are friendly. This is such a nice place. And the Muslims will say it's so Islamic. The people are nice, the people are friendly, polite, But bro, every country has a dark side. Every country. You people visit here for a few weeks, you will never get the full idea. Right? For example, you don't even understand that things are actually not okay. So foreigners, I mean Europeans especially, Americans, they go, oh, it's so cheap, it's so cheap. It's not cheap. Okay? Might be cheap for you. It's not cheap for us. You don't understand this, so you don't understand. Another example is Americans come here, they say public transport is good, walkability, da 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 da. But that's only because your cities are shit. So all I'm trying to say is visitors, temporary visitors, will never get the full idea about a country. But Malaysians, we live here. We interact with each other in real life on the daily. And right now, there is something sickening about some Malaysians, which in turn also infects Malaysians in general. Okay? And it does involve the Rohingyans. What's good, Matt Killer? Bribe culture by UMNO. Choco Milo. Only Southeast Asians understand about Rohingya. So basically, right, Malaysians, much like Yankubians, are a propagandized people. Our country is still, Matt Killer said it, UMNO. UMNO is still has a heavy presence in this country. And they are still part of the ruling class. They've always been the ruling class. So our country is still ruled by parties that are sanctioned by the British Empire back in the day. Right? I don't want to name names, but UMNO. So much like y'all got hogs too, Paul, definitely. Holy shit, you don't understand, Paul. I'll tell you. So these people, right, the ruling class, they are mad capable of implementing an empire-style operation, psyops, with the propaganda, with how they control the narrative. They are perfectly capable because they are British sanctioned. To this day, we might say, Merdeka, Merdeka. We're not, Merdeka means freedom, right? We're not free still. We're still under the control of the West. Still, the ruling class in Malaysia are still controlled by the West. They still do divide and conquer tactics. And a lot of it is mad disturbing. Right? I'm going to show you a clip, trigger warning. There be monsters. Oh shit. Okay, this time, this streaming time, there's going to be a lot of Malaysians. I love Boom Mukta. Yeah, he's funny though. He said, fuck you in parliament, be people. He's a right winger, but he said, fuck you in parliament. Okay, this video is this disturbing. Trigger alert, trigger. Right?
Aku nak tangkap kau, aku nak potong, aku nak tangkap kau, aku nak tangkap kau.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's mad disturbing and sad. What he said was, I'm gonna cash you. I want to kill you. That's a crime. That's a threat. Right? This clip saddens me. It saddens a lot of people in Malaysia with a heart, with a conscience, the innocent faces of the children. Yo, they were just saying salam. Did you guys notice? Those kids were just walking probably back from the mosque and they said salam, bro. Listen to this. He's just saying salam. Bro, this is holy fuck. And this guy literally is screaming at them, saying he wants to capture them. That's why they were running. Holy fuck. Look at the innocent faces, people. These are children. Right? These are Asian children. And there's multiple videos much like this. Right? It's crazy. It's like exactly, Paul, scaring kids for no reason. And they threaten to kill these kids. And there's also a video of someone literally abusing one of these kids. on camera. I probably can't show it. The kids are draped. Yeah, they're dressed in. I would say, the child on the right is dressed in traditional Malay. He's dressed in traditional Malay clothing. On the left is more South Asian clothing. Choco Milo, that is nothing with leaked video of Rohingya camp in Indonesia. I can imagine. I can imagine the way how badly we treat these people. And a lot of these things are hidden. All right, big up Choco Milo. Also join the Discord. Since you're Indonesian, I need some Indonesian presence in the community. Yeah, join Discord too. Tati, their innocence. What a fucked up person exactly does one need to be to do this? And the hypocrisy goes deep, right? The hypocrisy goes deep because Malaysians like to pride ourselves in helping Palestinians, right? Helping Palestinians. But let's be for real, bro. We don't really help Palestinians. We just give them band-aids after their whole family tree gets murdered. We're not part of the, right? We fly Palestinian flags. We say Takbir, Allahu Akbar, you know. But come on now, we're not part of the resistance. We're proud of that. We're not part of the resistance. When the resistance was fighting Israelis, we just stood here and watched. And this is the reality. Malaysians have a fucked up point of view of Palestine, right? When people point out the hypocrisy of being assholes towards Rohingya, the Rohingya people, but nicey towards Palestinians, these Malaysians, right-wingers mostly, will go, oh, that's because Palestinians stay and fight in their land. This is the excuse they give you for the hypocrisy. They say that the Rohingyans should stay in their land and fight. The Palestinians fight, right? Bro, holy shit. There's multiple levels of wrongness to this. There's a lot to say about this, okay? Number one, Rohingya people don't have a state or a country. I mean, they do have a country, but they don't really, they're part of Myanmar, okay? It's not like Palestine where it's a country with their own government. So false, what do you call it? False equivalency, right? My bad, English second language, okay? Number two, Palestinians are being genocided, and you do nothing, Malaysians. You just want them to stay there, get killed repeatedly, and watch. You think there's pride in that, in just watching people get genocided? That's number two. But number three, most importantly, this is wrong. Palestinians don't just stay and fight. It's not that simple. Much like the Rohingyans, they get displaced. Millions displaced for decades all over the world. There's generations of Palestinians who are not in Palestine. Are you dumb? There are literally Palestinians in Malaysia right now. What the fuck are you even saying? It doesn't make sense. This excuse makes no sense. But they keep running with this narrative. So practically, I'm gonna say it, people. I'm gonna say it. The way Malaysians and Southeast Asians are treating Rohingya people is not that much different from how, for example, how young Cubians and Europeans view foreigners. And dare I say it, Malaysians and Southeast Asians are fucking spiritually Israeli. This is the truth. You motherfuckers who pride yourselves on fighting for Palestine, supposedly, you are spiritually Israeli. You don't understand this shit. This is the truth. Right, people? It's crazy. It's mad in the dunya. Choco Milo. Indonesians treating the same about Palestinian Rohingya. Oh, they have the same narrative? Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it's not just Malaysia. It's also Malaysia, Indonesia, and Thailand even. We are more... I'll talk about this. In a bit, right? we are more, you could say we're definitely more privileged than the Rohingya people. We should be helping them. We're human beings. Now, another thing that I need to point out is that Malaysians are mad racist. This is another factor that some people will talk about it, but the world does not understand this. Malaysians are mad racist. Think about this, right? Rohingya people are dark skinned. And let's be for real. And we judge them based on skin color. It is what it is. We are racist in that way. Even though we're not exactly fair skinned, we're not white people, we're brown. Most of us are dark even, but we have this weird racism, probably inherited from decades of subjugation by the West, propagandization by maybe it's that's what causes it. I don't want to go into this shit right now. And I'll give you an example of how racist Malaysians can be. Malaysians still romanticize the 90s when we helped Bosnia Herzegovina, for example. Because we romanticize this shit. Because let's be for real, they are fair skinned. And the country has European vibes. So Malaysian romanticize this shit. Bosnia is sickening. But then when it comes to the Rohingyans, much like the Bosnians are also Muslims, when it comes to the Rohingyans, we treat them like shit because they are dark skinned. Even though they are nearer to us, they are Asians, right? But they're just not white. So we treat them like dirt. Let's be for real. This shit is sickening, okay? Is this what, a lot of Malaysians are Muslims. Is this what the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam taught you, right? The Prophet in the early days of Islam freed Bilal radiallahu anhu from slavery, gave him the honor of reciting adhan to the point where the muadhin in Malaysia himself is referred to as Tok Bilal, bro. We call the guy who recites the azan Tok Bilal. Bilal. Really? Your religion told you no race is superior to another. There's no color in Islam, no race. Why the fuck are you obsessed with this fair skin shit? This is not what your religion taught you. This is not what your culture taught you. Do you not see the fuckery of worshipping these fair-skinned people who actually killed your people? The Europeans were fair-skinned. They killed our ancestors. The Japanese, fair-skinned. They killed our ancestors. They stole trillions from us, and yet we treat them like gods. How does this make any sense? Right? They enforce this white supremacy propaganda on you, and you eat it all up like a fucking idiot. So wake the fuck up. Right? There be monsters. It's true. It's the whole Asia. Yeah. It's even worse in for example, India. It's even worse in India and certain other Asian countries. Even look at Korea. Those motherfuckers look like A4 papers now. Like, what is their skin becoming even? They whiten themselves so much. They look like fucking A4 papers. Make it make sense. They look like the fucking milk in human form. It's crazy. Mac Killer, many Malay conservative on Tourette's. Yeah, this is where this shit started. On Tourette's. There's one thread of someone saying he wants to kill Rohingyans, and that shit got 20,000 likes. Holy fuck. I'm not gonna pull it up because it's disgusting. There's one, what do you call thread, a thread status, where this fucking asshole, he said he want to beat up Rohingyans. And that got 20,000 likes on Tourette's, people. Holy fuck. This shit is disgusting. But also, I'm going to talk about how this shit is actually psyops. There be monsters. Me and a friend went to Japan. My friend is dark-skinned since he is from Brazil. Big up Brazil. Brazil is in Southeast Asia. Yeah. Big up Brazil. The difference in treatment we got in Japan was insane. Exactly. Yo, look, I know this. I'm fair skinned. Look, I'm fair skinned, people. I see the difference. Even like within our race, yeah. Painkiller. I'm from Bosnia. Big up Bosnia Herzegovina. Survive wartime. Yeah, big up Bosnia, dude. I'm not trying to belittle Bosnia, but it's just that I'm trying to point out the difference in how we treat Bosnians. I'm happy to help Bosnians. But you should have the same energy for Rohingya people. Same energy, but now we got the opposite energy. Tati, this is exactly it. Disgusting and horrifying. And this is Southeast Asia wide, this phenomenon. But I'm going to talk about how this in Malaysia is psyops. Maybe in Southeast Asia it's also psyops. It's a different kind of psyops that benefits the empire, the US surveyor. As long as we are divided, we are easily manipulated, right? But in Malaysia specifically, let me talk about this. On another, let me just take a sip of water. Water. And then let me talk about the psyops in Malaysia. Right? So in Malaysia, on another level, it's obviously the psyops because the timing, right? Number one is the timing. A few state elections are coming up. I think it's Negeri Sembilan in Johor, the southern states are having elections. And also, if I'm not mistaken, the first person to share this narrative is connected to politicians from the ruling class. I can't say much, obviously. I could get locked up, This is blatant psyops. It's standard. You get me? Divide and conquer. Divide and conquer. They used to divide between Malaysians, between Malays, Chinese, Indians, natives, But if that doesn't work anymore, and if they need the non-Malay votes, they will divide the Malaysians and the immigrants. In this case, the Rohingyas, our fellow Southeast Asians, and to the Malays, our fellow Muslims. I mean, the fuck is wrong with you, right? We don't do anything about the Myanmar, the Burmese government, genociding the Rohingya people. And then when the Rohingya people need our help, we treat them like shit. Make it make sense. We complain about them, doing their own thing, starting illegal businesses, doing crime. But we don't do the necessary so that they can go to school, they can get jobs, they can learn and be a part of functioning society. I don't know the exact details. There's certain UN ratifications that we did not ratify that causes them to be in a limbo. And not only them, there's a lot of stateless kids in Malaysia. There's a lot of immigrants, there's a lot of even not immigrants, like even mixed kids who are stateless in Malaysia. A lot of problems that we could ratify, we could rectify simply by ratifying some UN, resolutions, but we don't do this. Because for some reason, we just hate immigrants, whether it's the left, the right, the center left, they all hate immigrants, right? Even though we are a country of immigrants, even though Muslims should understand that the Prophet was an immigrant. When he did the hijrah, he was an immigrant, but the Ansar people treated him like royalty, okay? So we're just not self-conscious. If we had ratified these, okay, I'm not savvy about this. I can't specify exactly what it is, but if we could do the paperwork, if we could ratify it, then these Rohingya people, they can get jobs, they can learn, they can go to school and do legal stuff. They can be legit and they can be part of the society, right? I mean, wake the fuck up. What the fuck is a country? What the fuck is a border? We're all Asians here. We're all human beings here. We need to give them the dignity of education, the dignity of work. Do you think these people really seriously want to be in gangs, want to do crime? Nah. We're all people here, right? There's no need to be divided. Division is what the Europeans want us to be, in a state of perpetually, in a loop. right? Look at the USA. Look at how divided they are. LGBT, feminist, liberal, right wing, center right, left wing of the center right of the right of the. Look at how divided they are. They are in a constant state of division enforced by the fucking Yankubians. This is also what they enforce on us since the days of colonization, right? People need to understand we're all human beings here. There's strength in numbers, strength in unity. Anybody who tries to divide us is the enemy. Stop falling for these cheap-ass, blatant psyops people. Anybody who tries to divide us, no matter what race, no matter what color, that's the enemy. Even if it's your own people that tries to divide you, that's the enemy. That's a capitalist. That's an imperialist. That is spiritually Yankubian, spiritually European, spiritually Israeli. Right? Malaysians, my people, wake the fuck up. Okay? Right, my bad, I crashed out. But that's generally all I have to say about it. That's all I have to say about it. All right, big up Choco Milo, worker around the global south unite. Exactly, we need to unite. Asian unity, global south unity. Asia, Latin America, Africa. We are a true civilization. We need to unite. Debbie Monsters. Okay, look, Debbie, don't come here with the fuckery. What do you mean the most racist country in the world right now is China? Are you... Not really. What are you talking about? Bro, I wouldn't be streaming without China. You know why? I wouldn't be like doing YouTube or whatever the fuck this is without China. Because China, you know what they did back in the day, right? You know, the capitalists, they gatekeep software. They make software fucking expensive so that regular people, especially people in the... I'm not even regular. I'm not poor. I'm not poor. But even I couldn't afford it because it's way too expensive, even for the middle class. The middle class children, we couldn't afford this shit. That's the difference you need to understand between the global south and the Western world. Even the privileged in the global south can't afford the shit that normal people in the West can afford. So they gatekeep a lot of this shit. The reason they gatekeep is because they want to squeeze us dry. And what China does is they break through the gatekeeping. They make this shit accessible to everyone. They make any product accessible to everyone, and they don't give a shit what race you is. Look at what they're doing in Africa. They're helping Africa develop. They literally help my country develop. These people are not racist. Okay? They remove the gatekeeping to anyone at all, even brown children, including myself, benefited from this breaking of the gatekeeping of, in this case, software. Without this happening, I wouldn't be able to learn software. I probably would be, I don't know, I'd probably work at a gas station. Right? A lot of people would probably not develop mentally and develop, you get me? No, you understand what I'm trying to say, right? The easiest way to understand this is look at cars, look at vehicles. The Europeans have been trying to gatekeep this shit from us for like decades. The Chinese just go boom. Everybody can get a Porsche now. A middle class family can get a Porsche now, if you can afford it, of course. But yeah, they sell luxurious cars with luxurious accessories for like what you used to pay for a regular ass local car, like a Proton. I'll be real. Okay, a lot of anti-Chinese people there. Look, you can't say shit like this. China is not a monolith. This makes no sense. Where is your proof? If you want to say China is racist, where's your proof? Because I got hell of a proof in the opposite way. And also, China is not a monolith. Of course, there's going to be racist Chinese people. There's going to be Chinese people who are pro-West. There's all kinds of Chinese people. There's Chinese people that look like me. There are Chinese people that don't look at all like me. There's all kinds of Chinese people. China is not racist. How the fuck do you say they are racist when they are helping Palestinians more than the fucking Arabs? How the fuck is China racist? In the 80s, China was providing weapons to Palestinian resistance groups. What were the Arabs doing, people? Right? What were the Arabs doing? How the fuck is China racist when they've helped the resistance more than Arabs? When it's the Arabs themselves, their people, that are getting genocided. How does this make any sense? Costa, policy is not people. People are racist as hell. Look, this is a dumbass statement. Okay, what's your? You can't just say this and then that's it. Everybody is supposed to believe in it. What's your reasoning? What's your source? What's your source? Trust me, papi. What's your source? What's your reasoning behind this? There's racist people and there's people who are not racist. Like, it's not even that deep. Choco Milo Brownies. What is strange about anti-Rohingya is the timing and the narrative. It happened all at the same time with exact same narrative from Malaysia to Indonesia and Thailand. Look, I don't know why. Yeah, I'm not sure about Indonesia and Thailand, why the narrative is there an election coming? Because I know Malaysia, an election is coming. A few elections are coming, state elections, and they need to divide people right now so they can manipulate people. And also in Malaysia, the narrative started with someone who's connected politically. The right, I understand this. I'm just saying, there's racism. If you want to say, oh, these people are racist, everyone is racist. Everyone can be racist. Everyone is capable of being racist. The Chinese are not especially racist. Right? They're not, how do I say this? They're not exclusively racist. Right? Bro, the Israelis are way more racist. The Americans are way more racist. So what makes Chinese people racism special? If materially, if fucking if factually in life on earth, if they are racist but they have benefited a lot of countries, right? So why is this important for you to say? Why do you need to say this? Why do you need to say China is racist when every country is racist anyway? Right? Every country is racist anyway. I don't get where this is coming from. Like, what the fuck does it matter when in real life they benefit you more than, for example, the Europeans who just take from you, right? When they remove the gatekeeping of the capitalists, they don't exclude you from it, right? I told you, man, about the story about the tunnels, right? Remember the story about the tunnels where for decades the Germans gate kept tunnel, what do you call it? Tunnel maintenance, right? If you have some maintenance work to do in a tunnel, you have to call the Germans. They overcharge you by a massive amount. They gatekeep that shit from you just because they want to squeeze you dry. And then the Chinese came through. They discovered that this shit don't really cost a lot. They removed the gatekeeping, and now if you want to fix tunnels, the Chinese will help you. And they don't give a shit if you're like, what race are you? What country are you? They'll treat you all the same, right? Maybe the only problem I see with the Chinese, this is the one issue they have. For example, in Africa and Malaysia, is that the Chinese won't let you be in top management. They will gatekeep the technology because you know what? That makes sense. That in terms of technology, it makes sense because if they just let you have the technology, it might end up with the wrong people, right? But at the same time, they don't gatekeep you in terms of how much you have to pay for it, how much. Look, it's a lesser evil. It's a much lesser evil. Let's be for real. So if this is them being racist, hi, okay. Because those other motherfuckers, the crackers, their racism Their racism means a lot of us genocided, trillions stolen from us. Yeah, so you look, all I'm saying is the Chinese racism is not exclusive. There's nothing special about it. Tati, 2 EU countries gatekeep aerial cable cause and maintenance to this day. Yeah, this is an epidemic. This gatekeeping of technological maintenance, and this is what the Chinese do. They break the gatekeeping so that everybody can afford everything, so that Africans can afford development, so that Asian countries, developing Asian countries, can afford development. And if this is racism, it's a lesser evil of racism. Yeah, I am aware of NED, National Endowment of Democracy. That's CIA shit, right? They are funding anti-Rohingya properties, and surprise, they are paid. Yes, they are what do you call it? They do certain jobs that CIA can't do. They're like what do you call it? I don't know what you call it. The National Endowment of also it sounds the name sounds like a threat. Endowment of Democracy sounds like a threat because we know what democracy brings: suffering and destruction, right? They do certain things that the CIA, they're an extension of the CIA, right? The National Endowment of Democracy. And yeah, no surprise they want to do the anti-Rohingya shit. I don't know why. Okay, I'm not savvy, but and Myanmar gets away with this just like that. Myanmar, the Myanmar government, they just get away with it. Like we're not holding them accountable. Paul, if that's racism, I like that. Give me more of that. This racism is benefiting me. I get software, I get cars, I get vehicles, I get bridges built, I get highways built. And one thing about China, you need to understand, they're still a developing country. They might have eradicated poverty locally, but there's still a lot of impoverished Chinese people around the world. They had no choice but to leave the country because of poverty. They're still developing. You're looking at Chinese cities, you're thinking this is fucking sci-fi, but China is a large country. They are still, unfortunately, they are still developing. Okay? Unfortunately, despite them being innovative, despite them being, despite them having a lot of upper level technological advances, they're still developing. Right? You go to China, there's still people shitting in the middle of the fucking streets. Like in terms of culture in general, like even Malaysia is probably more developed in terms of mentality than China because they are a large country. They are not a monolith. You can't generalize the Chinese, right? They are not what do you call it? A mono. I forgot. It's not China. Is not one race, by the way. They have a majority race, yeah, but they are multi-ethnic, and they are still developing. You can go to China. You go outside the city. There's people shitting in the streets still. Okay, there's still toilets with no stalls, just a hole in the ground. So they are still developing still. Unfortunately for them, despite being a proper civilization, right? They got rid. I think they got rid of poverty for like millions of people. I'm not a China maxer. Okay, I don't have the numbers. I'm just yeah, exactly. This is it, Tati. My bad. It's not a homogenous country like the Western world, the racists in the Western world like you to think. They are a multi-ethnic country, multi-ethnicity. All right, so yeah, that's about it about the Rohingyans. I just wanted to talk about this because I just also wanted to make a video about this. I'm going to clip this for the channel, right? Because I need to talk about this because this hits home, right? Okay, now I'm going to talk about Iran. Now we're going to talk about Iran at the World Cup. right? Mm. Give me a minute. I need some water. Choco Milo. That's a crazy name though. Choco Milo. You know what? Indonesian Bandung used to have the best brownies. Everybody is thinking China can choke slam American easily, while in real life they are still struggling. Exactly. Wait, is Iran playing right now? No, right? China is still developing. Yeah, China is not a utopia. Unfortunately, China has to work hard to become developed. A lot of countries just achieve development by being proxies to the Western world. They get given money just like that. Singapore, South Korea, and they get, you know what they get, right? These countries, these proxy countries, they get no conflict. No conflict. So they can develop in peace. And they get a lot of funding from the Western world. This is just facts. Don't even fight me on this. Wait, is Iran playing right now? Let me check. No, right? We got to talk about Iran because it's unfair. What's happening to them? Oh, Bosnia is gonna fight Switzerland. Yeah, yo, this is true. Let's talk about Iran now. Talk about Iran. And there's a reason Iran is struggling, right? So Iran is struggling heavy in the World Cup. And why? Because look, because number one, they're not allowed to stay in the US, but they have to their matches are in the US, but they have to stay in Mexico. Right? I'm going to show you some videos about it, about what they have to go through. And then not only that, so that means they have to commute every single time from one country to another. You know how tiring that is for an athlete. You know how much that takes from an athlete. And what makes it worse is during the last match, they claim, I mean, this is not them claiming it. This is what happened. They were held up for hours at the airport. So every single time, this is what they have to go through to play a match. Every match is going to be like this. And people need to understand, traveling takes a lot from your energy levels as an athlete. You will not be at 100% capacity as an athlete if you need to travel every single match. That takes at least half of your energy levels, right? And not only, also the domino effect of constantly traveling, right? Choco Milo, why China don't support Iran fully? Because China can't afford to openly. Also, Iran could probably defend itself. China can help in terms of intel and weapons, but they're not gonna go all out war on. They're not gonna declare war on the U.S. because they can't afford to do that. Not because they don't want to. They can't. And also, China is generally, they really don't want to do this shit. Throughout history, China has only helped a couple of countries. They're not really about that life. Like, I'll be real. They're not like the Soviets, right? And even and also they learn from the Soviets. They'll tell you. The Soviets, one of the reasons for the Soviet downfall is too much money was spent on other people instead of their own people, right? So China is playing it smart, I guess. I don't know. It's survival, people. Sometimes it's going to lead to some fuckeries like the genocide of Gazans and everybody just watching it happen. But it is what it is. They can't afford to do that shit. They simply can't. They're a developing nation. Let's get into the Iran stuff. The World Cup. Iran is World Cup. Let's see. This is what the captain. Wait, this is not the captain. Mehdi Taremi is the captain. This is what he said, right? About what's happening at the World Cup for Iran.
and you know everything is like disaster, actually for us. It's not the right thing for, but we don't follow the excuse. We just looking forward. We're having hope for the next 2 games, and we will do our best for our people, and we bring the joy for our supporters.
And I think Mehdi, we must come here 2 days before the game.
Yeah.
Yesterday we came, start the trip, I think at morning, and we arrive at afternoon, and we direct go to the training, and we get tired, you know. I think supposed to be we came here 2 days before the game, and this kind of things I think is not.
Bro, you forget that. You're supposed to be at the venue. You shouldn't be traveling. This is heavily unfair.
A bit fair, you know. We need to get fair competitive, you know.
And
Actually,
still,
it's so
Taremi
difficult.
tried to be nice about it. We're not giving excuses, he said, but he has to do this. He has to voice out because he's the captain. Taremi is the captain, right? If I'm not mistaken. He has to do this. He has to voice what his squad is going through. Because this ain't something, this ain't nothing. This is just unfair. They are literally being bullied. And even then, they're being nice about it. They should arrive 2 days before. No, my guy, you're supposed to be at the venue. You're not supposed to be spending hours traveling, people. 5 hours in immigration controls and transit. 5 hours in transit for no reason. These are players. These are world-renowned players. Taremi. Chocomilo, I find it how everyone can see the barbaric Western value that FIFA holding is bullshit. Exactly. A man, dude, if any other country was hosting the World Cup and they were denying a team recovery, they would be accused of influencing betting markets. Yo, exactly. You know this Trampito motherfucker and his hooligans are doing some fuckeries. I think recently they got caught on some betting shit, on some match fixing shit. Look, people don't understand. This is fucked up. And also, remember Qatar and Russia hosted World Cups, right? And remember how the Europeans treated them like dirt. The Europeans wanted to boycott. But remember what happened? Russia and Qatar, some of the best organized World Cup. Some of the best organized World Cup in history. No problems. Right? Qatar even banned alcohol, and it wasn't a problem. No fights, no nothing. People just had fun. This is what football is. Football is the sport of the people. This is what a lot of people don't understand. Because football, it could be, anyone can play football. Right? Remember what I was talking about gatekeeping? Remember I was talking about gatekeeping? Football is not a gate-capped sport. Anybody can play it. All you need is something round. You can play it anywhere. You don't even need shoes. You don't need paddings. You don't need special wear, clothing. You don't need special, sticks, an expensive stick, or whatever the fuck these rich people play. Right? You don't need any of that shit. You don't need headgear, All you need is yourself and like some kind of ball to play with. It's a sport of the people. Right? Tati, Russia removed all visa rules. Russia made it easy for everyone, and so did Qatar. Zilicam probably causes jet lag. Yeah, it causes a lot of crazy physical impediments. I hope I'm using the right words, but it limits them severely physically. So they could have, who were they playing again? Was it New Zealand? They could have cooked the shit out of. These players are skillful. These players are operating on a way higher level than New Zealand. They could have cooked New Zealand completely, but they drew. That's why the captain had to voice out. The captain is trying to say to the people, "I'm sorry, we couldn't do our best," and logically they can't. They physically can't do their best. They're operating at 50%. Right? Eleveri, I'm happy that they have the full support of the Mexicans. Now, big up the Mexicans. And even the flag is, right? Even the flag, right, is similar. And big up the Mexicans for how they treated, for the hospitality, right? I mean, look at how, I have a video here. Let me check. Oh, man, I have a video somewhere of the Mexicans saying goodbye to, where is this video? Mexican. Let me see. I have a video of the Mexicans saying goodbye to the team. I can't find it right now. That was kind of, oh, fuck. Where is this video? I think this is the video. This is the Mexicans. You know, every day they got to travel. So the Mexicans would say goodbye to them, would cheer them on. They will show support.
Taremi, o grande craque do Irã, vai tirar foto, vai dar autógrafo. ¿Por qué vinieron ver a Irán acá? Para que nos firmaran el álbum y todo. Aquí están. O jogador aqui, ó.
Bro, there was one video of the Iranian players looking really, I don't know. I don't know if I can find this. Is this the one? No. The video was sad, was super sad because you can see the Iranians feeling some type of way about the support from the Mexicans. They feel maybe a bit happy, a bit sad. I can't find the video, but you can see the oh man, this video was removed, I think. Holy shit. Why though? You can see the Iranian players, they look really, I don't know. I don't have the English word for it. Right? But they look sad, kind of bittersweet, I guess. But at the same time, happy that the Mexicans are the hospitality of the Mexicans. And also the Mexicans they watch every match. These are like these are not just regular Mexicans. Also, Mexican officials are watching the Iranian matches. See? And they're cheering, they're watching it in Mexico even. And they're celebrating. This is one video. They're even celebrating the goals. It's like having Iranians. They're supporting the Iranians more than the diasporoid Iranians are supporting the Iranians. It's crazy. Yeah, melancholy is probably the word for it. Choco Milo, the more I read the Western news, the more I long for the rise of the East. Yeah, exactly. That's how I feel. Every day. The ride. 5 hours jumping through hoops before even touching the field. Betting is gambling. The house will always win. Playing in a rigged game. Oh yes, they got caught on some. Wait, let me try to remember. Who was it? Oh fuck, I can't remember. Someone exposed that a message about betting, about fixing matches, and it involved one of those Trumpito offsprings. It's crazy. Fucking crazy. Oh, and yes, this also happened recently. So Japanese are being racist. Let me talk about this. Big up the Iran squad. We're gonna. You get me? We're gonna pay attention to the Iran situation in the World Cup, despite the injustices, right? Since we got an Indonesian in the house, right? Oh, UFC, exactly. That was it. Big up Costa. All right, since we have an Indonesian in the house, something is happening with some form of racism is happening with the Japanese and the Indonesians, right? There's a lot of Indonesians who work as nurses in Japan, and even Malaysia wants to take in Indonesian nurses to help with the workload. So there are a lot of Indonesian nurses who work in hospitals in Japan. But the Japanese are being racist about it. This is what translated from Japanese. This is what a user said. And not only him, most Japanese believe this. This is what he said.
It's absolutely unacceptable to work as a nurse while wearing hijab. Even nurse caps have been abolished due to hygiene concerns. So it's totally outrageous to work in a hospital with an unclean hijab whose last washing is anyone's guess. This is racism. This is straight up racism and Islamophobia.
よろしくお願いします。よろしくお願いします。ありがとうございます。
一日でも早く会社に役立つ人材となれるよう邁進いたしました。ご指導ごべたすのほどよろしくお願いいたします。サポートと思います。
Okay, I don't understand Japanese, but this is racism, people. Forget this. It's unscientific, for one. It also works on assumption. Whose last washing is anyone's guess. You can apply this not just to hijab, also to any form of clothing. Number one. And people made the point that, it's not uncommon for nurses to wear hijab, and almost every nurse in Malaysia wears a hijab. And what about the Islamic, the Muslim countries everywhere, the Arab countries, Indonesia itself, right? This is not scientific. Number one, it's not even scientific. Okay, because if you don't wear hijab, there's another problem, which is hair, right? So it's not even scientific. This is specifically racist from the Japanese, right? And also people will come up with various defense of this. There are hijabs specific for hospitals, but it doesn't matter because it's not about science, right? It's not about hygiene issue. This is not really about hygiene issue. You can argue science like for days, it won't matter. Okay? Because this is racism. This is why this Japanese said, I ain't going to no hospital with black folks and Muslim nurses wearing hijab. This is not scientific because hijabs are worn in multiple hospitals in some of the best medical systems on earth. It's not a problem. It's not scientific. Okay? Hijab is just a form of clothing. The problem is they have a problem with Muslims. Not even that deep. Even though hijab is not a Muslim thing, hijab has existed before Islam, right? But hijab is known to be, aesthetically Muslim. So it's just Islamophobia from the Japanese. And the Japanese are racist. They are racist people. They are a capitalist country, imperialist country. So this does not surprise me. People are going over the Japanese cleaning stadiums. Why the fuck would you want to clean a Yankee stadium? You know why they clean the stadium, right? Because it's all about optics. The Japanese are all about optics. I swear down there was a Japanese woman who said, "Shut the fuck up. These Japanese men wouldn't clean our house if there's a woman in the house. They wouldn't even clean the house. This is just for show. All these cleaning the stadiums during the World Cup shit. People, oh, the Japanese are the best people. They clean the stadiums. Holy fuck. It's just for show. How easy it is for you people to fall for propaganda. They do it deliberately for show. They're forced to do it. Right? By societal pressure. Right? This is why Japanese people are depressed. They have a high suicide rate. Because they have some weird societal pressure. A lot of do's and don'ts. They're not free. It's a capitalist country. Imperialist country. Choco Milo. Sadly, majority of Indonesians still think Japan is kawaii. Waifu. Right? Bagaro. It's crazy how people fall for the propaganda. These motherfuckers are racist. Right? But they know how to play with optics. Just like the Westerners. Like they have the best PR. Just like the Westerners, they know how to do PR. They know this shit. They've been imperialists for centuries. They know how to do this shit, people. Stop falling for it. These motherfuckers are racist. And that's that. It is what it is. Tati, Trump Jr. contacted, oh, this is what happened, yeah. Contacted the announcer from UFC to ask if any fighters are injured. Oh, yeah. That's the one. That's the one. Yeah, and imagine the World Cup is way bigger money than the UFC. They definitely do that shit. They definitely fix the matches and bet on it. They definitely do that shit. I'll be real. All right, okay, what else I got? I'm gonna end it in about 15 minutes because I gotta go back to work. Let me see what else I got. I can cover.
What is the main fears of Russian and
Oh, Malaysia in Russia? It's whatever. Bro. Yo. Okay. Okay, people. We can. Choco Milo. What is funny enough? China has warned to the world about Japan militarism and right wing. Yeah, the world would choose Japan over China. Are you dumb? Asians would choose Japan over China. Japan, who killed your ancestors? Really? Japan is a part of the empire, the Western Empire. Okay. I'm gonna stop the politics for now. I'm gonna show you the funniest interview on earth. Okay, something light. This, people, is the funniest interview in history. You need to see this. Okay, so context, it's about Diddy. You know Diddy, the Black Epstein. It's about Diddy's freak-off parties. You know Diddy used to do those Epstein-like freak-off parties involving him, Cassie, and a lot of celebrities, I guess. And people haven't really delved deep into the Diddy files, right? Even the Epstein files is not really discussed as much anymore. So this is one of the workers who was involved in one of the freak-offs. It's the funniest interview I've ever heard. Even though it's tragic, but yeah. Take a listen.
Man. And Diddy, he got mad at you because you was having sex with Cassie behind his back, right?
No, I never had sex with her behind his back. She was contacting me behind his back. After a while, the sex got really good after a while. So, as a woman, as a human being, she wants to connect with the person that's making her feel like this. We had a lot in common. Her birthday's August 26th. My birthday's August 26th. So we're both Virgos. She's really into astrology. So,
Yo, my man is into astrology for the pussy.
Us just being people who believe in certain things. Imagine meeting a woman and you having sex with her and it's great. And then one day you find out you and her are born on the same day. That's something that you're going to be like, wow, is this a coincidence? So I think that's what kind of really strengthened our relationship to the point where she started to want to know more about me. So she would contact me, tell
It's gonna get funnier, but trust me.
Tell me how great the sex was, ask me for penis pictures, just ask me what I was doing during the day. And this actually went on, I want to say, for 6 or 8 months until I saw Diddy and her maybe 6 or 8 months into this. And I walk into the suite, and like the first thing he does is he presses me, walks up to me in my face like, yo, man, why you texting my girl behind my back? So, I kind of back up like, what are you talking about? He's like, yo, I went through her phone. It's texting there. Y'all not supposed to be texting. This is something that's a swinging activity for me and her. You shouldn't be trying to get at her behind me. I'm like, dude, no, I'm not. She's texting me, bro. I'm not texting her. And if you got a problem with me texting her, I won't answer no more. So Cassie stepped in. She admitted that she was texting me. She claimed she told him that she was texting me to build up desire for the fantasies for the next time we saw each other.
Yo, the way that he's talking is killing me. It's so, I don't know. It's so proper, right? It's the way that he talking does not tally with how he looks, because he's wearing casual clothing. He's wearing shorts. He's wearing sunglasses. The cap is, tilted to the back, but he's talking like he's like he's like some kind of lawyer or some shit. The way that he's talking is his sentences are so properly constructed. He's using proper, you get me? Like the best form of English I've ever heard. But he's saying he's about to say some of the freakiest shit you've ever heard, people. Right? That is so perfect the way he's delivering this. It's so in his tone is so calm, right? It's like this is one of the most well-spoken men I've ever heard. But everything just does not tally. Like he's talking about some of the freakiest shit. He's dressed like a tourist, right? He's mad in the dunya, people. He should be wearing this is how people who wear suits should be talking like, right?
But Diddy wasn't trying to hear that. He said, listen, dude, don't answer my girl if she texts you. You don't text him again. So he basically put us both on notice not to contact each other without him. Now, here's the thing. She actually did keep contacting me after that, but I stopped answering because I believed it was a trap. I thought she was trying to set me up, like trying to see if I would answer, despite the fact he told me not to. So I just stopped answering her.
And you said that Cassie, she would disrespect Diddy when it came to his penis size, right?
Yeah.
Not directly, but
even the interviewer, he's so calm. You said, even the interviewer is so, Cassie, the penis size. What? It's almost as if they're discussing some serious shit, some formal shit, like they're discussing politics or geopolitics, right? But they're discussing some freaky shit.
Inadvertently, yes. Like she would laugh at him after she and I had sex. She might smirk at him. Let's say she and I had an encounter and he tried to get on top of her after that. The comparison of the two inside of her was probably noticeably different.
He sounds like a scientist. But he's describing the comparison of the two inside of... He's like a scientist describing experiments. The comparison of the two inside of her was noticeably different. Right. All right, big up Choco. Night shift? Oh, it's night already. All right, big up Indonesia. Yeah, big up yourself. What do you say? Selamat sore? Selamat malam? Selamat malam, bro. Mantul cuy. Mantap sih. Have a good shift. Big up Choco Milo. Nah, this shit is crazy. Noticeably different, he said. Yeah.
So a few times she would catch him smirking, laughing, stuff like that. And he asked her like, yo, what's so funny? And let's say she didn't give him the right answer. He'll kick her. He'll push her. That's really where the domestic violence came from. The domestic violence came from the fact that she would emasculate.
Why is he not wearing a suit? Look at it. Look at his demeanor. He's got his leg crossed like that properly, but he's dressed like a tourist. It doesn't make sense. He's dressed like a tourist, speaking like a fucking scientist.
Emasculate him. She would do things that let him know he had a small penis, that she really wasn't trying to hear what he was saying. Diddy's an arrogant petty dude, bro. He's not trying to hear that. He's super competitive. He believes he's supposed to be in control. So his woman trying to like embarrass him in front of me is a no-no. That's why he used to hit her.
Speaking of being competitive, he used to compete with you, right? With who can have sex with her better.
Yeah. Every time, you know, like let's say me and her were going, and you know, again, I don't like going into detail about our encounters, even though I have. I kind of had to go into them because she's trying to pretend like Dave isn't as significant as he really was, and that's not the case, Cassie. We both know what time it was. So Diddy would watch she and I have sex, and you know it was hot. He'd sit there, he's high out of his face on E, Molly, ketamine, whatever concoction of drugs he's managing to take this encounter. And he might have looked at the way I had sex with her, and now he wants to do the same thing. So being high, he's not realizing that the penal size is going to make a major difference if you try to do that. He jumps on top of her. He tries to start ramming her.
Man said penal, what is it, penal size? Yo, he's using scientific terms. I swear down, this is funny. It's killing me. Tati, no, he's not. Tati, he's actually okay. I guess because you haven't seen the interview, he's gonna tell a bit about himself. He's gonna about his background a little bit later. You'll find out.
I've been on a dude. You're not. It's not the same thing. And he
said, "I've been on a dude in the calmest way possible. I've been on a dude."
Can see that. So she would emasculate him with that. She definitely would. She would let him know that his penis was small. Definitely.
Yeah.
And Cassie, she used to ask you to urinate on her, right?
Oh, she asked me to urinate her for about
Nah. Look, even the interviewer is killing me. Oh, so this is like a scientific academic discussion. Oh, so you used to urinate on her, right? Even the interviewer is killing me.
year and a half, dude.
Oh wow.
A year and a half, dude. What?
And yeah, every time I saw her, she would beg me to urinate her, to tell me how she likes it to trickle down her chest. She likes the warm feeling as it goes over her breast. And you know, in the beginning, I didn't really know her as well as I knew her as the relationship developed. So I'm a good bullshitter. I would be like, oh,
how is he in the same posture throughout this whole sentence? The warm feeling of urine on her chest. What? This is crazy, people. As the relationship developed.
So I'm a good bullshitter. I would be like, oh, I don't want to do this today. Oh, I can't pee because I got a shy bladder. You got to cut water on or something like that.
I got a shy bladder.
Just to make her think I couldn't do it. But the truth is, it's disgusting, bro. Like, what man wants to have?
He's being so polite, people, just to get out of Cassie forcing him to pee on her. I got a shy bladder. My bad.
Have sex with a woman after you urinate on her. I'm from the projects. People used to piss in the staircase.
See, Tati, this is the way he described himself. I'm from the projects, right? I am not familiar with the fuckery of these people. I'm from the projects. Yo. This is some freaky upper class shit. Right?
After you urinate on them. I'm from the projects. People used to piss in the staircase. I know piss smells once it gets old. It's yellow. It's nasty. It's nothing sexy about urine. So I told
yes, preach, my brother, preach. Nothing sexy about urine. I agree completely, 1,000% in agreement with you, my brother. Yes, he's right. He's cooking.
Told her this after.
And it ain't piss, right? He's cooking and it ain't boiling piss.
Maybe a year of her asking me, I just got tired of it. I said, yo, why do you keep asking me to urinate on you?
Yo, wait a minute. She asked him to pee. What's good, Toivo? She asked him to pee on her for a year straight, and he kept giving excuses. Yo. This is the most reasonable man I've ever met. He's talking about the most unreasonable shit on earth.
You really like that? So she breaks it down to me again, how she likes the warm urine going over her chest and flowing down her breast over her nipples. Like she was really descriptive to the extent where I could tell she was into this. But I remember I looked at it and I said, yo, check this out. If you want me to urinate on you, we're not going to have sex because that does not turn me on. It's nasty. Honestly, I would.
This is the most well-spoken motherfucker ever. Talking about the freakiest shit. What do you say? Oh, eloquent. That's the word. Eloquent. I'm not clicking the link, Toivo. I'm watching a video. Are you autistic?
Never sleep with a woman who had urine on her. It's freaking disgusting. So if you want to have sex, fine. We're not going to urinate. But if I urinate on you, we're not going to have sex. She said, damn, that's all you had to say because I definitely want to have sex. So now.
That's all you had to say. He said that's all you had to say.
Diddy comes in the room. He asks her what we're talking about. She says, oh, he doesn't want to urinate on me because it turns him off. Diddy asked her what you feel about that. She said, I want to have sex with him. He doesn't have to urinate on me. And they never asked me again.
Yeah. Nah. Okay, I'm done. If it gets freakier, trust me. It gets freakier. I'm going to stop here. If you want the rest, you can watch it in your own free time. Right? I'm just trying to say, this is the funniest interview I've ever seen. The most eloquent man describing the most freakiest, fuckeriest, the most fucked up shit. It gets worse. Like, they asked for his sperm. They wanted his sperm, right? And he was like, "No, I'm not gonna give you my DNA." But then they was like, "If you give us your sperm, we'll give you $2,000." And he was like, "Okay, say less. Say less. Where do I shoot?" Big up Heidi, golden showers, exactly. What's this, Toivo? This is the funniest interview I've ever. The eloquentness does not tally with what he's talking about. The language. Okay, get the fuck out of here, Toivo. Not this shit again. Okay, I'm done with this Kirk shit. Okay, Toivo. This is some cracker shit. The meme is the meme. We're done with the meme, okay? Okay, I gotta get the fuck out of here. Let me see who I can. Let me see who I can raid here. We gotta end it on that, okay? That's what we gotta end on. I'm gonna send y'all to. Let's see. Before I leave, anybody got beef? Now's the time. Anybody got beef? Now's the time. Okay. So which I'm gonna send you to lesbian hot sauce. Okay, let's do that. All right, okay, people. Mandem, look me in the eyes. Love for the love. That's all for now. Thanks for watching. Peace.
It's a piece of cake to bake a pretty cake.